Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo and welcome back to another episode of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD. And, for the record, it's called Luigi's Mansion 2 HD on the Switch. But it's an HD version of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS, so that's why I call it that. Anyway, last time on Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD. It was showtime. We faced off with a horde of different ghosts, and we got ourselves another fragment of the Dark Moon. This time, we have an outlandish interruption. We've got a complication. Our paranormal signals there are paranormal signals in the Old Clockworks again. It's ghost hunting time, sonny. Hey, young feller, the poltergeist has discovered some more paranormal signals again. I bet you can guess the plan here, youngster. Capture the ghosts as quickly as possible. I'm sorry to say, the signals here are quite strong. Be careful, Luigi. Don't worry, though. I'll guide you toward the ghosts. Alright, I'll pick you on the count of 3. Ready? 3! Reused animation. Whatever. I really like this area, so I don't mind it. Got him. Check your map. Alright, where do we gotta go? We gotta go to the round room. Or roundhouse. Get in my vacuum. Oh. Poltergeist. I didn't think we would see one of you. Very fitting that a poltergeist showed up in the area where we fought a ancient poltergeist. My vacuum. Hey, you were above me. That shouldn't have hit me that way. Where do you think you're going, big boy? Oh, great, sneaker. Oh. You ain't bothering me. I actually really like the ghost busting in this game. Like, the ghost busting in general is, like, a whole lot easier than the ghost busting in Luigi's Mansion 1. But it is still very satisfying to do. I'm just not a big fan of of how much easier it is. Like, the ghost busting itself is very satisfying in just about every game they do. Even if the game itself is just overall very easy. Like, Luigi's Mansion 3, the ghost busting, the slam maneuver, it does make things way too easy, if I'm being honest, but, like, I can't say it's not satisfying to smack some ghosts into each other like that. do we got another? We got another poltergeist. God damn. Alright, second floor. Probably be faster to go up here. I don't know. I just kind of wish that the ghost busting was a bit more skill based, like it was in the first game. I love those glasses with the faces. No. Get in my vacuum. Alright. Looks like this mission is done. Now we just need to grab this money.
Oh. Yellow.
Strong work, Luigi. You sent those ghosts packing, and very quickly, I should add. Let's bring you back now.
Ciao. Oh, yes. Oh, oh. I did it. What? Oh, oh. Hey, hey.
Another gold rank.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be surprised.
Oh, wow.
Welcome home, Luigi. Let's unload all those hooligans. But we already caught Booligan. I forget if it was in this game or in Luigi's Mansion 1, but we did catch Booligan. Good thing we nipped that in the bud. It's mind-boggling how quickly ghosts can take over can take a place over. That's the world of paranormal research for you. One minute you're having fun learning about ghosts, and the next minute you're running for your life, scurrying about like a headless chicken. I hope we never get to that point. Oh, what am I saying? You're always at that point. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the vault and see any of the new ghosts we got. And look how our money pile grows. It will continue to grow throughout the remainder of this Let's Play. Okay. We got a new thing with the creeper, but those are just... they just got bigger. The strong sneaker. This guy's trouble. He's tougher and meaner than a normal sneaker. And all those marks on his body are downright bursting with power. The Overset Possessor. To protect the Dark Moon piece within him, he possessed a huge clock face at the top of the tower, and called on hordes of ghosts to help him out. A battle to remember. And I think we just had like a weight thing with these. We also have a statue to show off. I forgot to show it off in the last episode. This one's kind of satisfying to look at. So, as is tradition with these types of missions, I have something to talk about as far as the entire Luigi's Mansion series. And this one has to do with the gameplay, and something that I would kind of like to see moving forward if we get a Luigi's Mansion 4, which I'm almost positive we're going to be getting a Luigi's Mansion 4 at some point. Luigi's Mansion as a series, I feel, is at a point now where it needs to evolve. I feel like one of the issues with Luigi's Mansion 3 for me is how dull the game is level design wise. And because of the game being the way that it is, there's hardly any puzzles, at least any puzzles that are actually worth a damn. And it just kind of feels like the game is spinning its wheels almost the entire time. So I've thought of a few things that maybe Luigi's Mansion could do in future games. I don't know if all of these are necessarily good ideas or ways to take the franchise, but these are my ideas. One of the first ones that I came up with is a sort of survival horror-esque type Luigi's Mansion game. You would have a huge horde of ghosts to deal with, but you go through like a big mansion, finding keys and whatnot, kind of like the first Resident Evil. But with this game, you only have a certain amount of space in your poltergust, and you can only catch so many ghosts before your poltergust like bursts open, and you have to deal with all of the ghosts that you just caught, all attacking you at once, as like a risk and reward thing. And as you would go through the game, naturally you would upgrade the poltergust at different locations, or find like storage capacity tanks or something. So like it's not like you catch 5 ghosts and like the thing just bursts open. But like I think that would be an interesting direction to take it. I don't know if it would necessarily be all that great, but I think it would be interesting. The next thing that I thought of is double down on the puzzles. Really focus in on like this being like a ghost busting puzzle type game, because like Luigi's Mansion as a series really doesn't have that much in the way of puzzles. I feel like Dark Moon has the most in the way of puzzles, which is part of the reason why I like it a lot more than Luigi's Mansion 3, which doesn't really have a whole lot of puzzles. Luigi's Mansion as a series is very much about like exploration and ghost busting, but I feel like you could throw some puzzle solving in there too. The Luigi's Mansion across the entire series does have puzzles, but they are very light puzzles. They're like things from like the first game where you had to light some torches with a fire gust coming out of the poltergust. They were things like there are certain things in this series that are sort of puzzly, but they're very minuscule. Like one of the puzzles that kind of comes to mind for me from Luigi's Mansion 3 is the paranormal productions floor, where you have to go to like the different sets and use them in different ways to get certain objects, to take them to different sets in order to get Marty his red megaphone. Which isn't even a megaphone, really. It's just a big fucking cone. But, he, like, that one on my first playthrough actually stumped me a little bit. There was actually times where I was like, what do I do? What am I supposed to be doing? I like, it took me a while to figure it out my first time. And I enjoyed that experience as someone who enjoys a lot of puzzles. The game, by and large, doesn't have stuff like that. Like, most of the time, like, I would like more stuff like that. Another thing that I thought of is kind of a little bit of a mixture of the Resident Evil 1 idea, but like, what if it was kind of like a roguelike, where like, you are in like this big mansion. It's kind of like in the first game, right? You're in a big mansion, you're exploring it, but where the keys lead you is different every time. What boss ghosts you face in what order is different every time. Like, you would still go to the same areas, roughly, but like, what different, which way you play is different. There could be like secret ghosts that like have a very small chance of showing up. There could be like boss ghosts that resemble some of Nintendo's dead franchises, like Ice Climbers, or maybe throw in some from Earthbound. You know, like it could be like this little fun cross generational thing of like Luigi is just kind of trapped in a mansion, and like you're kind of like the Scare Scraper a little bit, but not like floor after floor, you know. Which, speaking of the Scare Scraper, I am planning on showcasing that, but I'm trying to find some people to collab with to showcase it, so that I will record those at a later date. But I don't know, I feel like Luigi's Mansion has so much potential that they just keep squandering. It just feels like this series has so much potential that could be capitalized on, and they just don't. But, yeah, I think that will probably do it for this episode. Next time on Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon HD. We go from the Old Clockworks to a secret mine. Some determined geologists started a mining operation in the Snow-Capped Mountains, but when ghosts started moving in, they got scared and abandoned it. Next time, we have a cold case. I can't seem to get a hold of my toad assistant in the chalet. In the chalet? Chalet? I don't know. He's probably napping in front of the fireplace again, so it's hard to find good help these days. See you guys then.
Ascend the sinking square window! Can't